What's going on, people? It is the opinionated Gunnar, aka the OG. Hope you guys are having a great weekend and staying safe and getting up to whatever you guys need to be doing, man. It is the weekend. It is your free time. So make sure you enjoy it and do as much as you can. Yeah, tomorrow it's essentially a London derby. It'll be West Ham versus Arsenal. I don't know what to think about this game. I don't know what to think because I saw how we played against Olympiacos on Thursday. I thought we were just pathetic. But then I see the game that we had against Tottenham, and that allowed me to be a bit more optimistic. So I don't know where we fall into the spectrum. To be fair, I don't know. Maybe because it is another London derby, essentially we'd be up for it. It's not necessarily one of our biggest London derbies, but it's still a London derby nonetheless. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I think it's a real tough one, man. I think Lingard has returned back to fitness, if I'm not mistaken. They've obviously got a good core of players at West Ham. They're currently 5th in the league, doing a lot better than us. They just bought players that fit the system. It's simple as that. That buy into what David Moyes is saying to them. And, ultimately it's paying off at the moment. I think after 28, 29 games, they're 5th. It's not a fluke, and we're like 10th or so. It's not a fluke either. So I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. But let's just get into my predicted Arteta lineup. I'm gonna also consider the fact that Saka might return. Maybe. I doubt it. I think Willian is out with a calf injury, so these are pretty much going to be my reasons for why I think he'll start these certain players. But yeah, I'll start off in goal. Leno, it's a no-brainer. He's our number one, so he starts. I'm hoping, from what Arteta saw with Bellerin against Olympiacos on Thursday, he doesn't play, because I thought he was dreadful. And I think a lot of fans thought he was dreadful. So that can't go over Arteta's head, regardless of whether that's his best buddy or not. So I think Arteta will start Cedric. He just has a better balance to him, as I always say. More reliable on the ball, more reliable defensively. It just makes sense for Arteta to start him. And then the centre-back pairings of David Luiz and Gabriel, arguably our best pairing at the club. And then Tierney, obviously, no one competes with Tierney's spot as the left-back. So in the midfield, it'll be Xhaka and Partey. In the forward positions will be really interesting for me. I think Pepe does start, so Pepe starts on the right. Odegaard will start as the number 10. The left side is a very tricky one for me at the moment, because Arteta obviously saw what Martinelli can do in that short space of time against Olympiacos. Essentially, their player got sent off because Martinelli just sold him dreams. So, Arteta will look at that. And also, there was an Instagram post of a throwback when we played West Ham and Martinelli had scored. So I don't know if that is a particular indication that Martinelli is going to have a part to play, whether he starts or whether he's on the bench. But ultimately, Mikel Arteta, he loves Emile Smith Rowe. He loves his work ethic on and off the ball. Emile Smith Rowe is a real technically gifted player. With that being said, I think he'll start Emil Smith-Rowe on the left. But I think Martinelli will be very, very unlucky not to start for me personally. Emil Smith-Rowe will be out on the left. And the striker's position. Now, this one it depends on how Arteta looks at it, really. He could look at it two ways, where he could look at it, especially for the Olympiacos game, that in a positive light, where at least Aubameyang was getting himself into really good positions to try and score. Or he could look at it and say that was a very frustrated player on the pitch against Olympiacos. Didn't take his chances. He wasn't really, really revved up, considering he was benched against Tottenham. So it could go either way, but I do think that Arteta will start Aubameyang. I think Arteta will be thinking more about the pace that we have. And hopefully that will be enough to break down West Ham. I would say that he would start Aubameyang up top. So just to clarify who I think Arteta will start, it'll be Leno in goal, Cedric as the right back, with the centre-back pairings of David Luiz and Gabriel, with Tierney on the left, with Xhaka and Partey in the midfield. And then we have Pepe, Odegaard, and Emil Smith-Rowe, all behind Aubameyang. Still a decent team, I guess, But here's who I personally think that we should start. I'll make this. There's not really that many alterations, really. I'll start off in goal. Leno, there's no doubt in my mind. He's our number one keeper. I don't need to say anything more with regards to that. Cedric as the right back, as I explained, I like his balance. He defends better. He can go forward when necessary too. So I would have Cedric there. I thought Bellerin was disgusting at Olympiacos, or against Olympia. I just thought he was disgusting. And the fact that Arteta subbed him off, kind of told you everything that you needed to know, really. He's not in my side. Centre-back pairings of David Luiz and Gabriel. It's pretty straightforward. They're our best pairings at the moment. Tierney, no one competes with his side, so Tierney. And then the midfield pairing of Xhaka and Partey. Even though, I can't lie, man, I'm still not really convinced about Partey, man. This season, with Arsenal, he hasn't really been the best. Maybe it's obviously because of the injuries and, coming back from injury so soon and playing and stuff like that. But I would still start him only because of the Partey that I know from like Atletico Madrid. And, I know what that Partey is capable of. So hopefully we can get him back to top form again. So I'd have, Xhaka and Partey. And then the forwards. So I would have Pepe. Pepe always makes a difference. He's been doing that in a good few games now. I thought he was really good against Olympiacos as well. One of the shining lights in a poor team. So I'd have him on the right. Odegaard. I think Odegaard is a better number 10 than Smith-Rowe at the moment. And Odegaard has no reason to be losing his place for me, if I'm being really honest. So Odegaard starts as the number 10. Now on the left, I'm going to go with Martinelli, man. I think from what I saw against Olympiacos, and I'm sure like what Arteta saw against Olympiacos, in that short space of time, he made a huge impact. Got them down to 10 men, essentially killed off any hopes of them trying to qualify against us. His work ethic, as usual, is always good. Going forward, good. He's very, very clinical for the age that he is. I'm playing Martinelli over Emil Smith Rowe, I'm afraid. Yeah, I would have him there. And that's just to the simple fact that, I just feel like Odegaard is the better number 10 than Emil Smith Rowe. So I can't really fit Emil Smith Rowe there. And as for the striker, now, as I said, you can look at it two ways. You could have either said against Olympiacos, Aubameyang was getting into really good positions to score. He just didn't finish his dinner. Or you can look at it from the other side where you could see a very frustrated Aubameyang, someone that wasn't really revved up, someone that didn't do any work defensively, someone that stuck out wide for the majority of the game. You know, bearing in mind that you are the centre forward. So for those reasons alone that I've just mentioned, I'm going with the latter, man. So this is why, for me, Lacazette starts. I think Lacazette has a lot more to his game that I've always been saying. It's just that he doesn't have as many goals. But what I will say is that at least the players who I think should play behind Lacazette, so Martinelli, Odegaard and Pepe, will be the ones to be providing the goals or getting the goals themselves. So, yeah, I think that kind of hides Lacazette's deficiencies for me. You know, Lacazette works hard off the ball. Great build-up play from him. Very strong as well for his size. So I would have Lacazette start. I thought Aubameyang was disgraceful for me. I don't know who this Aubameyang is. I'm afraid to say it. So, yeah, just to conclude with that. So, who I would like to have starting against West Ham tomorrow would be Leno in goal, Cedric as the right back, the centre-back pairings of David Luiz and Gabriel, and then Tierney as the left back. And then in midfield, we have Xhaka and Partey. And then we have Pepe on the right, Odegaard in the middle, and Martinelli on the left, with Lacazette up top. Which I think that team is calm. Like, I think that team, especially, I would love to see how it is with Tierney and Martinelli. You know, both fit, ready. On that left side, it could be dangerous. So I would love to see that personally. In terms of the score predictions, what am I predicting? It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one, man. Like, West Ham are no mugs, man. Like, I have to be honest, man. They're no mugs, man. I don't know if it really counts anyway, but, you know, they are at home. It's a hard one, man. My heart wants to say Arsenal win, but my brain is saying a draw. I don't think we're going to have that much intensity as we did against Tottenham, you know, and the truth of the matter is this is not necessarily a big London derby, really. It's a London derby nonetheless, but, you know, I think some of these players, again, will kind of just play the game just like in pilot mode, you know? So for those reasons, I'm going to go. It is hard, man. It's hard. I'm hoping, actually, you know what? Now I'm a change my mind. I'm hoping that we would use that intensity with Tottenham that we had against Tottenham to transfer over to West Ham. I think Arteta is going to drill to them how poor they were against Olympiacos, and he will expect a lot more intensity against West Ham. So, also as well, though, I am not confident that we will get a clean sheet. I think West Ham are going to be very, very difficult. As I said, I think Lingard is going to return. You know, they've got a lot of dangerous players, West Ham. So I'm going to just put it out there. I'm predicting a 2-1 win to Arsenal. I hope I am right, man. I do. I feel like I'm thinking with my heart at the moment, but I do believe that it will be the players behind whatever striker is playing that will be the most instrumental in the game. Odegaard, you know, West Ham are not used to him because they've never played against him. So I'm hoping that we use that to our advantage. I'm hoping that Pepe, you know, with the trickery that he has, will be really good. Whoever plays out on the left, you know, they have to make sure that the synergy between them and Tierney is just on point. But I'm pretty sure whoever plays out on the left anyway, most of the danger is going to be going to that side. So yeah, I think West Ham will be worried with that. I think West Ham will be really worried, especially with Tierney too. He brings a lot of great crosses into the box, creates a lot of danger. So yeah, yeah, I think Arsenal will get the win. You know, so I'm pretty much gonna end the video there, man. I'm really hoping that we win, man. I'm hoping, man. Like, let's just, all I want for us to do is just to finish the season off strongly. That's all I ask for, you know. We've been poor throughout the majority of the season, but let's try and end it on a positive note, man. I'm sick of being disheartened from Arsenal, just like many other like Arsenal fans, man. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there. I will be back tomorrow, obviously doing my post-match review of the game. So make sure you guys look out for that. As I always say, I'll keep you guys in the loop for that anyway. But yeah, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Also, comment down below as well if you think that my lineup is good or what needs to be improved with my lineup, or what do you think of my predicted Arteta lineup. Yeah, just let me know in the comments, man. Yeah, man, I'm trying to make this section a bit more engaging and stuff like that. So yeah, just let me know. Yeah, turn on your notifications and all that other good stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Peace.